going on, guys? Legit Cupcake 260, and I am finally back with another video. So I've been really busy with college and everything, so that's why I really haven't been posting. I will be off for the summer, so now I have time to relax and also make some videos and fun content for you guys. So stay tuned because I have plenty of things coming your way. So yeah, so that's that. That's out of the way. Okay. So right here, I'm using a Schminky watercolor palette, and my brush is a Royal & Land Nickel Menta brush. I just recently learned about these. Like, I've only seen AC Moore carry them, and they are really nice brushes. They're squirrel / synthetic hairs, and I absolutely love them for watercolor. They are amazing. They're like my new favorite brushes, like, ever. But so I do like Winsor Newton University ones too, which you'll be seeing in the video later in the time lapse, which will be the red and the white. But so the pattern I started out with was inspired by the artist Ana Victoria. Well, this whole piece was inspired by Ana Victoria. She's actually an artist, a Mexican American artist from New Mexico, and she's pretty well known on social media. She teaches a bunch of classes on Skillshare, and that's how she's helped me learn watercolor, and that's how I've been developing my own watercolor pieces and everything because of her teachings on Skillshare. She's really the one that taught me watercolor. Despite being in college, I learned more about watercolor from her than college. But Skillshare is a really great website. I'm not at all sponsored by them or anything like that. They're a really great company, though, and if you want to try them out, they really have great stuff on there to learn. But anyway, so Anna recently had a retreat for watercolors in Morocco, and they did pieces similar to this, so that's what inspired it. And to describe Anna's work, to me, it would be colorful motifs. That's how I would describe her work. So right here is a different Schminky set. It's my limited edition metallic palette. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Jackson's Art. I got mine on Jackson's Art because I got it for $50. If you go on Amazon, you get it for $119. So that's a pretty big price difference. But I really love them. They're probably the most pigmented metallic paints I've ever used. Because I've used like Kuretake metallic paints. I've used Finetech metallic. And it was like once I found these are the best I've ever used. And I'm not just saying that because Schminky is my favorite watercolor brand in general, but these paints are extremely pigmented. Unfortunately, in the video, you really can't see the metallic shining as much. I'm hoping at the end of the video, when I show the piece slowly, you'll be able to see the metallic a little better, but even then, my camera really didn't pick it up that well. But you could just trust me, and it's metallic. So right there, the brush I'm using right there is the Winsor Newton University brush. And when I did this piece, I did another one similar to it, except for it was pink and green. But the difference is I left the background white. In the beginning, I was planning on filling it, but then I was on the last piece. But then I was like, oh, you know what? It looked really nice the way the leaves were with the flowers. The leaves. I'm still looking to add more detailing into the leaves on those, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But I decided, you know what? Well, I decided what I was planning for that painting. I ended up doing it for this one. I decided to take black acrylic ink and fill in the background with that. And I used my Winsor Newton University Zero brush to fill it in. I'm just finishing up the leaves right there. I'm getting everything done. I'm going to be getting at, yeah, there we go. Now I'm getting at the acrylic ink. So it's a Liquitex a liquid acrylic ink. And I found it to be really good. And you were able to water it down to get gray tones if you really wanted to. Like, it was pretty versatile. I really did like it. I usually use it like when I use like Sumi ink and stuff. I like using it for details with my bamboo stylus. I never really used it with my watercolors before. But in Anna's book, she shows like to use the Indian ink or like black ink in your watercolors. I know like her big thing is the white ink with watercolors, but I never really, until her book, thought of black ink. So, because originally what I was going to do was I was going to use Dr. P.H. Martin liquid black watercolor ink, liquid watercolors, not ink. And I couldn't find that bottle for the life of me. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? But then I remember when I read Anna's book, I was like, she used black acrylic for the butterflies that she taught you how to draw in the book. And if you're interested in the book, it's called Creative Watercolor by Anna Victoria. I'll link it down below for Amazon, 'cause that's where I got it. And that way, when I'm referring to things, you understand like what I'm talking about. You see what I'm talking about. Maybe one day I'll even do a book review. I probably will. I'll probably end up doing a book review, but I'll still link it down below anyway. And I mean, in that little section of my palette, that's where I mixed my white inks and my black watercolor. But now it's gonna be my white ink and my white acrylic ink and black acrylic ink. So yeah, for the longest time, I just sat there filling it in, and you know, I really enjoyed doing this piece. It was really fun, and I thought it was nice because it was kind of like little windows. It kind of looks like you have windows of like things with that, and that's a really cool style that I really like to do, like mosaic type things, something with geometry and things like that. I'm trying to put that more into my work than like what I used to. I really like the idea of doing it like this. So, what else am I going to talk to you about? So, I really enjoyed making this video. This is a lot of fun to record and to paint for you guys, and it took me, oh god, I spent about 15 hours on this piece. I know, for a 9x12 on Canton XL paper, that doesn't seem like, it seems like that's a lot of time. It is a lot of time, and it's crazy, but it really did take me that long. It took me a very long time. It took me a few days to get everything done. Because also, I mean, when you, that's a time lapse can be very deceiving, because you go so quickly, but yet when you're actually painting, it takes so much longer, as people know already. But that's why it looks like it's so quick to paint it, but it really isn't. That's why people time lapse. And those lines alone took me 2 days, like 2 days, and then it took me yesterday and the day before, so about 4 days on this piece, I would say. I don't know how many hours exactly, but I know at least 4 days it took me to do this. And then that was me continuing it today, because now you see the natural light and all that coming out. And my dog is staring at me right now, talking into the microphone. But anyway, let me get back. So, for the metallic paints, I used a combination of the lemon yellow metallic, like a golden yellow metallic. I used like a brownish reddish metallic, and then I also mixed the orange, the brownish reddish with my chrome orange from my regular Schminky palette. And the palette I'm using is a Schminky 48 set. And then for the Schminky palette, the metallic is the limited edition set. I actually used watercolor tubes in this one. I didn't really need to. I had enough between my pans and my metallic pans set. But I used to use Cotman all the time. I still use Cotman tubes, as you could see in my corner. I am planning on doing a workstation tour, so you guys will really get an in-depth on all my supplies. And I actually have some supplies coming in the mail too that I'm looking to try and review. So I won't tell you what they are yet. You'll see them up on my channel when they do come in the mail. I will be doing an unboxing, a little art haul of stuff that I ordered. So that's one of the videos I'll be coming up soon. And I'm just really excited to be back. It was fun to paint this. I really liked recording it, and I'm really happy doing voiceover again, and it just seems really cool to be back into it. So, yeah. So anyway, I know it's been a while since I've been around, so if you guys have like any requests for videos or all different things, you can leave it in the comments down below. I always look for your suggestions to see how I could do better for you and how I can do things, and yeah, so I'm just trying to think. Yeah, that's actually my, I actually ended up losing my Winsor & Newton 00 brush in the making of this video, so I still have to look for it to find it. I don't know where I put it. So then I ended up switching to my 000 because my Winsor & Newton University regular 0 was way too big. And here I am. It's dry, and the acrylic ink dried pretty quickly, which was nice. So that was good too. And this is the final piece. This is it. I started putting the lights on to see if you could see the metallic. You see it very little. It's really hard to see, but I tried at least. This piece is really fun to make, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.